Good evening, YouTube. Ken here with another review. I just received in the mail, as you can see right here, a light-up contact juggling ball. This is from Light Up and Juggle. I think that's also their website, lightupandjuggle.com. And this is a 100mm contact juggling ball with an LED on the inside. Supposedly, from the reviews on the website, this is a very balanced ball, very bright, and the plug that covers the buttons and the LEDs should be fairly invisible. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an open box review. First time encountering this kind of product, and hopefully it does well. So upon opening this box, I have a contact juggling ball that is in a Ziploc bag with batteries and the plug and the LED unit. I can see that inside right now. I see additional paper, so it's possible that could be the instructions. This particular ball feels like it's weighted nicely. If I remember correctly, the website stated that this is 350 grams. For additional packing, it was packed with crumpled paper, so it won't jiggle around, so I'd say that's pretty decent, especially for a contact juggling ball that is going to more than likely get pretty well beat up. Let's go ahead and open this and see what I purchased. Alright, so upon first contact with this juggling ball, it's got a good weight to it. It's empty right now, so the balance is decent. Okay, not bad. I can feel that it seems like there might be sand on the inside. That might be what's giving it weight. I can even hear it. Let me put this up to the microphone. So that sound you're hearing is me just kind of squishing the ball. So it sounds like there's sand to add weight, substance to this contact juggling ball. Pulling out the remainders of the package here, I've got a smaller Ziploc bag with the additional components. Alright, so if I recall correctly from the website, this LED unit uses 3 of these, let me see here, LR43 1.5 volt batteries, button batteries. Alright, there are instructions, quite extensive and colorful instructions. So this particular unit that I purchased has the ability to go through all of the different colors. Additionally, it also includes the functionality to phase through the different colors in multiple patterns. And this might be quite entertaining. More than likely I'll read through this later, as this is just more of a high-level review. The smaller instructions here shows how to put the device together. Oh, excellent. So this comes with additional plugs. These rubber plugs right here cover the hole that the LED will be sitting in. Additionally, there is one already in place. Now, the plug itself appears to be a different color than the rest of the ball. When the ball is not lit up, pretty certain that that will be fairly easily spotted for isolations. Now here is supposedly the LED. Oh no, actually this is the button. I presume the LED unit might be already inside. What's the easiest way to open this thing? Well, to power on, power off, replace batteries, remove power switch by rotating counterclockwise, blah blah blah. Be sure to insert the batteries correctly with the plus side facing up. Good to know. Alright, so I presume I just need to maybe use my nails to get this plug out? Okay, yeah, came out just quite easily. And, oh, seems they give you 2 of these back pieces here for your batteries. Oh, this one already has the batteries in it. Excellent. So, the batteries and LED are already in the unit. I don't know how well this is showing up on video, but currently I have it set to red. It has, for the multi-function, multicolor LED variant of this contact juggling ball. The back piece has an internal button that you can just press in the center. If I recall correctly, the single color units do not have that button, and it simply turns on and off via twisting the back cap. So if I single press this, if I recall, there we go, it changes the different modes. Okay, so now I've got this cycling through the different colors. And it'll cycle faster and faster and faster, apparently. I don't know what it's going to do next. Huh. Okay. Well, let's stop this on green. That's a good color. Nope, never mind, it didn't stop. Okay, stopped maybe on purple. Nope, it's still going. How the hell do you stop this thing? Okay, so apparently I just changed the mode, which is still going faster. I don't know what I'm doing! Alright, so this is flashing. Okay, I guess I turned it off. I stand corrected. I need to read. Alright, so this says here, many research hours spent, blah 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 blah, how it looks. The colored circles below accurately represent all the light colors tracers in a circular motion. Okay. Mode A equals 7 colors. Mode B is 7 multicolored patterns with selectable blinking speeds. Mode C is 13 patterns that exchange, alternate, burst colors, plus a fade pattern that can be frozen on any color. Well, that's pretty neat. How it works. 27 patterns are located within 3 modes, A, B, and C. Accessing and controlling them is done by pressing the button located in the middle of the cap, which we just found. Pressing 2 times changes the patterns. Pressing 1 time will control a pattern's effect, like its color and or blinking speed. Pressing 3 times shuts it off, and the next time you press it once brings it back to mode A. Okay then, battery's already in place, so mode A equals 7 different colors. Press 1 time to change a color. After the last color, it will go back to the first color, red. To get to mode B, press twice while on red. To get to mode C, press twice while on orange. Okay, and press 3 times to turn off. Let's see if we can get this to work. I'm going to attempt to get this to green, so if I turn this on once, it's in red. Let's see here, so according to this, I press it once to change it to, I guess this is orange, but it looks more yellow to me. Press it again. Okay, now I'm in green. Excellent. So, green's a pretty nice color. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. If I press it again, I should have light blue. Okay, so I've got a sky blue or a cyan maybe. Press it again, I have a deeper blue. That's not a bad color. Press it again, I should go, this is more of a magenta pink color. Press it one more time, I should go white. Okay, excellent. Press it one more time, goes back to red. Neat. So, according to this, if I press this twice while in the red mode, it'll go to mode B, which is 7 patterns, each changing different colors while speeding up, blah, blah, blah. For this review, I'm going to leave this on red. Let's go ahead and put the plug in and see how that looks. With the plug in place, I can obviously see the plug here on camera. I don't know how well you can see it. So while it's in motion, and I'm just now learning contact juggling, so don't review me on my skills. Okay, so I can obviously make out the difference. I'm also noticing that here towards the plug is brighter than down here opposite of the plug. So uniformness of the lighting is not where I would personally want it. Granted, I'm doing this in a lighted room, so perhaps that is adding to the contrast. Maybe in a darker situation, the light will be a little more uniform. I'm uncertain. Okay, let's see what this looks like in mode B. So plug comes out and double press. Now I should be, okay, now it's flashing between colors. What do I do now? patterns, each changing different colors while speeding up. Press 1 time to freeze the speed and 1 time to resume. To get to the next pattern, press twice. The beginning of mode B starts again after the last pattern. Okay, let's see here. Little strange trying to figure out what these diagrams mean. Tip: when performing a command such as pressing 2 times or 3 times, press quickly. Also allow at least 1 second in between when changing patterns. Okay. Let's see what else we can do. So, let's turn it off, turn it back on. Let's go orange. If I'm in orange, I should be able to go to mode C, which I believe is the fading patterns. Alright. So there are 4 patterns in mode C. Okay, let's do that. So this is a blinking pattern, which is going to give me a seizure. And let's see here. Each with 2 colors gradually changing or exchanging tracer lengths. Number 1, the blue slowly gets longer as the red gets smaller. Press 1 times to freeze, press 1 time to resume. To get to the next pattern, press twice. Okay. So there's the next pattern. There's the next pattern. Next pattern, hopefully. Okay. And don't know what pattern I just got myself into. 3 patterns in additional mode C. Let's see here. +1 fade. The 3 each start as a solid color followed by a short burst of colored strobes. The 3 patterns auto-change between each other. Press 1 times to freeze a pattern and 1 time to resume. Press 2x for fade. Okay, let's do a fade. Okay, so here's the fade mode, which is actually kind of cool. I like that. Let me leave it in fade, and let's see how this looks. So the plug is back in. Alright. Actually, for the remainder of this, as I drop it, for the remainder of this review, let me go ahead and turn off the lights. If you give me just a moment here. I think it is this one. No, there we go. Alright, I'm going to turn off the lights. I do apologize if it's dark. Okay, so now you can see the ball in complete darkness, which looks pretty neat. A little bit difficult to do. Contact juggling in the dark. Unfortunately, I don't think this will work well with isolations because it's pretty obvious that the ball is rotating. The plug is pretty visible. If the plug was not visible, this would be far more effective. Perhaps if I change the plug. Let me go ahead and change the plug and see if there is a better one. I just recognized that in deep red the plug is least visible. Alright, I just put in a new plug. Still fairly visible to me, maybe you as well. Alright, let's try another plug. Alright, here's the next plug. Again, fairly visible for me, then again I'm right up here close to it. Perhaps later what I'll do is I will contact juggle in front of a mirror and see if the illusion is better at distance. So here's the last plug. I've got a total of 4. And that deep red is actually really nice. In fact, I'm going to go back to deep red. So let's turn this off. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on. Deep red. Putting the plug back in. In deep red, that's pretty hard to see in person, that plug. As it's in motion, I can make out the plug due to the human eye is kind of designed to see motion. So the contrast of the plug is pretty visible at that point. But with your typical body rolls, this doesn't look too bad. This would be really pretty, no doubt, maybe at a rave. Little isolation, which you can kind of tell that it's in motion. All right. Whoops. Tell you, this is difficult to do sitting down. I'm so used to practicing while standing up. Okay, so I do have to admit, in terms of all the colors, the best one for show has got to be this deep red. The plug is least visible with this deep red. I'm going to throw a theory out there. This might be true, might not, but I believe red might be the most difficult color for the human eye to see out of the three primary colors. So I presume contrast is more difficult to make out with deep red. But in terms of a contact juggling ball, this isn't too bad. It's pretty well balanced. Even though I can't see where my limbs are, I'm able to pretty much determine where the ball is going to go. So not bad. In terms of roughly a $30 purchase for me, and then shipping and handling, I'm quite pleased with this. It's bad for isolations because of the contrast of the plug. If there was some way to make that more uniform, it would be perfect. Just flat out perfect. It's got a good weight, good feel to it. I do feel I could drop this and not have to worry too much about it. If I did break it, I do know that the website offers additional LED units that you can slip in there for replacements. I do really like the fact that you can change the modes in this particular model. I don't know what's inside of it, but if I could get inside, if there's room for me to do so, I might be able to move the internal pieces around to make it a little more uniform glow, as it is a little darker here on the opposite side of the plug. If I can make this more uniform, perhaps it would help in the illusion that the ball is floating. But I think this is a great eye catcher, really good for parties, really good for maybe raves, especially if you're a lot better at contact juggling than I am. And all in all, I am not displeased with my purchase. Well, there you go. Once again, this is a 100mm contact juggling ball, silicone feel, with the all-color variant of the LED module from Light Up and Juggle. Hope you enjoy the review. You have a great day. Well, welcome back. Upon playing around with this a little bit more, I realized that there are other colors and features that make this contact juggling ball a little bit better for even isolations. As you can see, I currently have it set for a cycling dual tone color of blue and red. Now, these opposite colors make it very difficult to tell the difference in contrast. As you can see, as I spin this around, it makes it much more difficult to determine where that plug is, which does make it a bit better for isolations, if you can do them. So, this particular color scheme is quite distracting, but it does make it better if you want to try and hide that plug, or the fact that the light is darker on the opposite side of where the plug is. So I just wanted to include that for this review, and hopefully this has given you some ideas, and maybe you might even want to purchase one of these yourself. So again, thanks for watching. You have a great evening.